Assalamualaikum and good morning. I'm Nur Sohana binti Muhammad Yusof. We'll be teaching Environmental Engineering CPE 649 for this semester. Basically, for Environmental Engineering, there will be three main parts. The first one is about water. The second part is air, and the last one is solid. So for chapter 1, we will look at the water quality, which is about the definitions, characteristic, and perspective of water. So look at the course learning outcome. So at the end of this chapter, the students should be able to understand the hydrological cycle of water, and also able to explain in detail the physical, chemical, and biological parameter. And number 3, the students should be able to understand how to measure physical, chemical, and biological properties, as well as define what is standard A and standard B. Okay, now look at the first one, hydrological cycle. So hydrological cycle is actually how water can remain in our ecosystem. Okay, look at the first one. This is where ocean transform into air by having evaporation process. And next, air will be transformed into clouds by condensation, and then precipitation will occur where the clouds will be transformed into droplets, water droplets such as rain. So here, rain maybe percolate into the ground, okay, and then flow into the ocean. So we call it as groundwater flow. And some of the rain akan run off, okay, and then flow into the ocean. From here, also akan berlaku transpiration, okay, from the trees. This is hydrological cycle, okay, the water cycle. Describe the continuous movement of water, which is some either on, above, and also below the surface of the earth. Okay, how water can remain in our ecosystem. Okay, next is about impurities in water. Okay, impurities in water can caused by some either surface ataupun clay during condensation, and also liquid water, which is travel through hydrologic cycle tadi. So dia akan contact with the other material in air ataupun beneath on earth, okay, atas surface. So dia akan bawa semua sekali the remainder, okay. Impurities in water also caused by human activities, which is from industrial, domestic, and also agricultural, chemical. So impurities can be divided into two. It can be some other suspended. Suspended means we can see, okay, by our naked eyes, and also some of it will be also akan tak semesti kita nampak, which is in a dissolved form. So for example, if you have water yang you nampak clear, tak semestinya air tu bersih, okay. Maybe ada dissolved form dalam water tu. Okay, so what is suspended material? Okay, so suspended material consists of particle larger than molecular size that are supported by buoyant and viscous force within the water. Where dissolved material consists of molecules or ions that are held by the molecular structure of water. Okay, and then this is the other one is a colloid. Colloid are very small particle that are technically suspended, okay, but often exhibit many of the characteristic of dissolved substances. Okay, so this is the size distribution. Okay, so kalau dissolve, kita tak maybe tak boleh dapat tengok dengan mata kasar. Okay, this is suspended. Okay, so basically yang ni kita boleh tengok lah. Okay, kita nampak daripada luar dalam air tu. This is suspended. And kat tengah-tengah dia is colloidal. Okay. Okay, next is water quality. The first term is water pollution. So what is water pollution? So water pollution is defined as the presence in water of impurities in such quantity and of such nature as to impair the use of the water for a stated purpose. So tak semestinya kalau ada impurities, kita dah panggil water tu dah polluted. No. Okay. So you must have impurities in such quantity. So kalau impurities tu sikit sangat, so the water is not polluted yet. Okay. So water quality is predicted on the intended use of the water. Okay. So standard method of examination of water and wastewater, we can use analytical procedure. Okay, this is the quantitatively measure, and the parameters qualitatively reflect the impact of impurities in water. Okay. So 3 categories to describe water quality. We can describe water quality from physical parameter, such as color, maksudnya kita dapat tengok secara physical lah. Okay. The appearance of water, kalau water tu kotor, biasanya tak keruh ke, that is color. Okay. And also the second parameter is a chemical parameter. Okay, so walaupun air tu bersih, you nampak jernih, tapi bila kita check, so ada chemical, so that is by having chemical parameter, kena check dulu. Tak semestinya water jernih tu bersih. Okay, so sometimes evidenced by their observed reactions. So normally kita boleh tengok melalui pH. Okay. And number 3, this is biological parameter. This is very important for public health. Okay. To significant in modifying the physical and chemical characteristic of water. Okay. For example, COD. Okay, this is a physical characteristic of water. So by having physical characteristic, we can determine whether the water is polluted or not. Okay, so physical characteristic can be divided into particle size, turbidity, color, temperature, conductivity, transmittance, odor, and also solid, whether floating, settable, colloidal, in colloidal matter in solution. Okay, so tengok structure of the solid. So, for example, from turbidity, so we can assess the quality treated wastewater. Okay, and also from color, we can assess the condition of the wastewater. And yang paling boleh kita tengok adalah from odor lah. Okay. Okay, next is suspended solid. What does it mean? Suspended solid in water may consist of inorganic or organic, okay, of immiscible liquids. Okay, sources. Daripada mana datangnya suspended solid ni? It can be from natural contaminants resulting from erosive action of water flowing over surfaces. Okay, so bila water tu flow, so dia akan bawa semua impurities over surfaces. And also sources coming from human use of water, sama ada domestic, wastewater. Lagi, suspended solid also coming from industrial use of water. It can be either organic or inorganic. And also results from result contain inorganic such as clay, silt, ataupun kalau contoh organic adalah plant fiber, bacteria. Okay, and for immiscible liquids such as oil and grease. So impact of a suspended solid. Apa impact dia kepada water? So of course the first one is aesthetically lah. Okay, so tak sedap dipandang mata. Okay, so kalau ada suspended solid, of course water tu akan nampak kotor. And also impact dia akan provide adsorption site for chemical and biological agents, may be degraded biologically and produce byproduct, and also may include disease-causing organisms. Okay, this is impact of having suspended solid. So solid removed by settling and separated from wash water is called sludge. Okay, so nanti kita akan belajar sludge. So bila sludge tu filtered ataupun berlaku dewatering, so sludge known as sludge cake. This one will be covered in the next subtopic.